If you want to get promoted or get ahead at work and you don't want to play the game, it's going to be really difficult for you to do that. So here's a way to play without being a phony or using up all your energy. It's about increasing your visibility and connecting with people in a non-super social way. Speak up during meetings. Do not use this time to offer up a criticism or critique. You're going to ask a thoughtful question. You're going to compliment a colleague who's impacted you. You're going to offer up a resource. Do it maybe every other meeting or every 2 meetings. You pick a cadence that works for you. Get the agenda in advance. You're going to keep a file of all of your accomplishments, any compliment anyone has sent to you via email. You're going to keep track of all of that. And you're going to share, through your one-on-ones, what you've achieved, what you're working on, what you're proud of, and let your boss know you're interested in getting ahead there, and ask them specifically, what should you do? Connect with people in a simple way. If someone says something in a meeting, if they share something via email for folks and it was helpful to you, or they said something that you were thinking, let them know that. Say, hey, I'm glad you asked that question. It was really what I was thinking, or that resource you shared really worked for me. I appreciate that. Very simple. Pick something about yourself that's personal that you do not mind sharing at work. I don't recommend this be anything related to you being a parent because that might not help you. But maybe it's something about if you're into plants, you're into sewing, you like going to concerts. Just pick something that's personal, that it's not going to harm you for people to know that, so that you always have something to talk about. And when people do start asking you personal questions, master the art of deflection. You don't have to give much. And then you can say, hey, where do you normally vacation? What do you typically do on your time off? So that they're not forcing you to give out information you don't want to share. The most important thing is you need to connect with someone at that organization who is a decision maker. Now, we would love for it to be your boss, that person, and develop that connection there. But if it's not, maybe it's their boss. Maybe it's someone in a different department. Schedule a time with someone who you have a genuine interest in like their career path or whatnot, maybe projects that they do, and meet with them, even if it's for 15 minutes, just to ask them questions and share ideas that you have or thoughts that you have on something. This is what is really uncomfortable for people. But if you do this, you don't have to do any of the other stuff, because this is really how people get ahead at work. They have someone who can speak to their accomplishments or speak to who they are when they're not in the room. If the decision makers don't know you, you're not going to go anywhere at that organization. They don't need to know you well, but they do need to know who you are, that you want to get ahead, and that you've shown an interest in them or some bigger part of the organization beyond your role. These are all very basic things that you can do across a time period. So give yourself 6 months to start doing these things and see what happens. It's not going to be a guarantee at your company because it's very political at most places, but just try it and see. Let me know what you think in the comments.